Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and greetings to our honorable panelists and the audience. So today we are very grateful to be given the opportunity to discuss an interesting topic, which is the advantages and disadvantages of social media. Because of its user-friendly features, social media is getting increasingly popular these days. People may interact with each other across distances via social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and others. To put it another way, social media has brought the entire world to our fingertips. The youth are among the most active users of social media. Like a coin, social media has two sides, and as a result, many people had different perspectives on this matter. Before we go further, as you can see in today's forum, we are gathered with four panelists here, and as a moderator myself, my name is NURUL binti ISHAK, and I am a first year student at UiTM Puncak Alam, studying for a degree in Human Resources and Management. Starting from Ms. NURIN binti Rashid, which is presenting as a social media analyst in one of the famous food and beverage companies in Malaysia, and followed with Ms. Putri BALQIS binti NAZREE, which is a representative of a businesswoman who is using social media as a medium for her to advertise her product. And next, we have Miss Putri ARIFAH binti Said, which is an IT expert at a private telecommunications company in Malaysia, and followed by Miss Nurin binti ASHIKIN, which is a third-year student in UiTM Puncak Alam in degree of Health Administration. As we know, social media are interactive technologies that facilitate the creation and sharing of information, ideas, interests, and other forms of expression through virtual communities and networks. As with every single technology, social media has its own pros and cons. For further details about this topic, I would like to seek information from our first panelist, which is Miss Nurin. Miss Nurin, what is your opinion about social media usage nowadays?
Thank you, Ms. KHALILAH, as our moderator for today. As a social media analyst on the report of Digital Business Lab, as of January 2021, 86% of the people in Malaysia use social media. It was a rise of 24% from 2016 when social media users accounted for only 62% of Malaysia's entire population. You can see the enormous differences in 5 years. The first advantage of social media that I would like to mention is building involvement between staff in the workplace. Workplace productivity can be maintained or improved through low-cost communication platforms that are available in social media. The direct participation of staff to help an organization fulfill its mission and meet its objective by applying their ideas, expertise, and effort towards solving problems and making decisions. According to survey, 1,400 college students indicate that if they encountered a company that banned access to social media, they would either not accept a job from it or would accept the job and find a way to avoid the corporate policy. Social media provide employees with the ability to instantly communicate with each other employees and clients. It also provides employees with online meeting capability that allow them to attend meeting and consultation without leaving their desk. The use of social media even extends to collective labor relations. For example, employers and union representatives have created control websites to inform employees and union of the status of collective bargaining. This website help to keep workplace relations steady and peaceful and simultaneously put false rumors to rest. The second point that I would like to mention is that students and lecturers can easily share and access a variety of information with each other. It is often easier and more convenient to access information, provide information, and communicate via social media. Lecturers and students can be connected and can make effective use of this platform for the benefit of their learning and teaching. Technically still in its infancy in higher education, learning with mobile computing device has been described and defined in a variety of ways. According to Greenhouse, using social media tools in learning promotes a more student-centered course. Current lecturer and student, prospective staff, stakeholders, and the wider community can all communicate with like-minded individuals and have their questions answered and made friends. Upon my research, it is said that Google has helped over 20 million students in education using their tools. This tool allows students to interact and collaborate. Students are better able to create their understanding of content when creating with this tool. Mobile technology enables learners to find, identify, manipulate, and evaluate existing knowledge and successfully integrate and communicate this new knowledge into their work. For example, user-generated content allow for collaborative activity like the use of wikis, blogs, and even social bookmarking tools. Students at the University of Northbrook and Coastal College spoke positively about accessing course content such as discussion board, course reading, and video clip that needed to watch for the class on their mobile device. This is also allows students to remain engaged in content creation and receive feedback and formative guidance, which is needed in facilitating a learner-centered environment.
Thank you, Ms. NURIN. I do agree with your point. Social media could help co-workers communicate among them. Since I have been working at a private telecommunications company, I really value concise information for my co-workers because this will lead to systematic organization and workflow. I also agree with how convenient social media can be in terms of helping students in bettering their understanding or gaining more knowledge from it. However, Ms. NURIN, what about the students who use social media or electronic devices for the wrong purposes? What should we do about it? Do you think we should restrict them from using social media instead? Because the disadvantages of social media have a great impact on people, such as sharing misinformation. Whether it is about presidential election, climate change, or COVID-19 vaccines and the Delta variant, misinformation continues to spread rampantly across social media. According to a Pew Research Service study from January, more than 8 in 10 US adults, 86%, said they get their news from a smartphone. It is easy to see why misinformation continues to spread. While we may expect, even demand, that the social platforms crack down on misinformation, there is little likelihood that Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube will ever stamp out it. One reason is that it will take full-time policing of virtually all content, but there is also the fact that these platforms depend on continued use. Simply put, misinformation gets clicks. We see so much misinformation because the platforms have no real interest in deterring it. It is also easy and free to join the platform. The platforms profit from it because more outrageous the content, the more people interact with it. This type of engagement is what the platforms are looking for. People reacting to things. It doesn't matter if it's true or false as long as they engage. Home to belief becomes a problem too when there is rampant contradictory information. This has been made worse as the nation is so deeply divided, such as if the government is telling you to get vaccinated and social media is telling you that vaccines and COVID are a hoax. The easiest thing to do is ignore all of it. That leads to tremendous public health risk. And also the most awful thing that could happen related to disadvantages of social media is the cyberbullying. According to a study by the University of Georgia, higher social media addiction scores, more hours spent online, and identifying as male significantly predicted cyberbullying perpetration in adolescents. Cyberbullying can take on many forms, including personal attacks, harassment, or discriminatory behavior, spreading defamatory information, misrepresenting oneself online, spreading private information, social exclusion, and cyberstalking. When adolescents are online, they adapt to a different set of social norms than when they are interacting with their peers in person. Oftentimes, they are more aggressive all critical on social media because of the anonymity they have online and their ability to avoid retaliation. As well, cyberbullies may feel less remorse or empathy when engaging in this behavior because they can see the direct impact of their actions.
Thank you, Ms. Arifah. I cannot deny that social media can be a distraction to the student, but this is where they should know how to be responsible for themselves. We are now living in digital world where most of our relationships have moved online to chat, messenger, social media, and many other ways of online communication. Instead, restrict them from using social media. Research where your time is going and use reminder. This is where a screen time measuring app can be useful. Look at which app are used often and write down which need to impose limit on. I agree with your first point because social media is a public platform. Anyone, including news outlet, can post anything without being accountable for fact-checking. It is left to users to distinguish misinformation versus disinformation in their feed. Also, nowadays, people purposely distribute inaccurate information just to gain influence, popularity, and followers. For your second point, some people think that an easy approach just to delete social network you have for cyberbullying to stop. However, deleting your networking site tell the bully that he or she had won, that you have given up. Who do you think should be handling cyberbullying? School, service providers, police, or civic court?
I think it all started from home. So it will be the parents who should be responsible for cyberbullies, if the cyberbullies are kids, mostly, of course. But for society who are above teenage age, I think the person who should be handling this is the police, mainly because they have the authority to sue or arrest people. Cyberbullying is the most awful thing that can happen to a person.
Thank you, Miss Moderator. Assalamualaikum to everyone. Before I get to my point, I'd like to thank you so much for having me on this forum program. Today's topic is the advantages and disadvantages of social media. As a businesswoman who has been out of the business world for 8 years, I might say that I rely on social media for my almost 90% for my business life. There are numerous benefits to using social media nowadays. One of which is that it allows us to business owners to easily interact with our customers. Online social networking platforms have become an essential part of everyone's daily life all over the world because social media is the most effective way for people to interact and communicate with one another. According to Digital Business Lab 2021, 86% of Malaysians use social media in January 2021. It was a 24% increase from 2016 when social media users made up only 62% of Malaysia's total pollution. Based on the statistic provided, we can conclude that everyone is reliant on and use social media for work, teaching, learning, and so forth. So we can see that everyone using social media and knows how to use social media, right? So social media is an online communication platform that allows and helps us to interact with our customer and share information in real time. This can help us reach out to our customer more effectively, to build online networks between us, and to sell and promote our products and services. When it comes to using social media for business, it is easily to get carried away. Aside from that, social media truly facilitate rich communication between consumers and entrepreneurs at a low cost and with a prominent level of interaction. Why do I say that is simple for us to interact with our customers? It makes sense for a variety of reasons. The first one is, it makes simple to contact us without having to dial our phone number or locate our email address. Second one is, it easily to communicate with friends and family on daily basis, so it's personal and kind familiar to them to contact with us. Finally, when they have a question, they simply want an answer as soon as possible, right? So why not try reaching out on our official social media platform to get a response? So according to MOHD 2021, it shows online service gets the higher, which is 32%, means that Malaysia love the way online service works and love using social media as part of the way they interact with business owners. Okay, so for example, Facebook. Facebook has long become one of the most widely known online social network, and it is the most suitable and popular apps, whereas business owners mostly use it as online platform communication to communicate with our customers and to get our customers' feedback. Anyone can sign up Facebook for free, and it is also easy to communicate with others on it and follow or participate in real-time discussion with other people. So according to Ovoya Admin 2021, Facebook is used by 2.7 billion people in a daily basis. So I believe Facebook is the best platform for business owners to interact with their customers. Okay, my second point of the advantages of social media is it is great for promoting our business content. Social media networks are available to everyone, allowing business to track the activities of their customers or potential customers. This allows business owners to learn more about their target audience, likes, dislikes, interests, and allowing business owners to develop a better marketing strategy to attract such customers. Social media channels include collaborative projects like Wikipedia, social networking sites like Facebook, and blogs and microblogs like Twitter. More than half marketers plan to increase their investment in Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok in 2022. It is according to NURUL 2021. It demonstrates how social media can help business owners to attract their target market. Social media marketing, which is SMM, according to Felix 2017, is an interdisciplinary and cross-function concept that focus on using social media to achieve organizational goals by creating values for stakeholders. For example, advertise the 2007 Christmas comedy film Fred Claus, Warner Brothers created a Facebook profile where visitors could watch the trailers, download graphics, and play games. So it is one of the social media marketing strategies used to gain customers' trust and attention. It is because when business owners promote their content on social media, it is the only way for them to reach their customers without spending a lot of money. So according to Berry 2021, the majority of businesses spend $200 to $350 per day on social media ads. It demonstrates how social media has a significant impact on the life of business owners. So, thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you, Ms. KHALILAH, for agreeing to be our moderator for today's program on the advantages and disadvantages of social media. I'd like to begin the discussion with my first point, disadvantage of social media. The rise of social media usage in society today can have a wide range of effects on body image and the later development of eating disorders in many people. The impact of social media on body image can have several ramifications for psychological and physical well-being. There are an estimated 3.6 billion users worldwide on social media. Therefore, there must be negative and positive effects linked with social media users. Social media is unfortunately shaping our concept of beauty. With constant exposure to image posted online, it is evident that there is a link to how individuals compare themselves and perceive their bodies. People who have body image concerns feel worried, distressed, and unhappy about their appearance, weight, or shape. They may be concerned about being too large, too small, not curvy enough, or not muscular enough. Accordingly, body dissatisfaction of this kind causes a great deal of distress and can lead to severe psychological and physical problems. Negative body image can cause unrealistic expectations of how a body should look and lead to unhealthy eating behaviors
and disorder eating. A small 2018 study has found a correlation between the time spent on social media and a negative body image. The correlation is especially true when participants were scrolling through appearance-related content like accounts of a fitness instructor or model on Instagram. Because they may not feel understood, eating disorders can cause them to isolate themselves from their friends and families. They may find themselves spending more time on social media, falling deeper into a cycle of negativism, comparison, guilt, low self-worth, and further eating disorder behavior. People may develop disordered eating habits in their quest to achieve their idealized body shape. They may suffer from anorexia nervosa, in which they try to lose weight by restricting their food intake and exercising excessively. Research clearly shows that media exposure contributes to body dissatisfaction and disordered eating. People on social media are constantly presenting the best version of themselves. The constant exposure to the ideal body type on social media can harm your body image by causing you to Photoshop and filters, which contributes to implausible body image. Therefore, they will modify the image to look attractive in the public's eye. According to Jill Manuel, Doctor of Philosophy, Senior Director of the Mood Disorder Center at the Child Mind Institute, claims Photoshop and image editing filters may contribute to a negative body image. Photoshop and filters present people and things in their best light. It creates a distorted fantasy world and raises the bar on what people perceive as the best way to be. According to a 2017 Harris poll, nearly 2/3 of Americans edit their photos before posting. These are about all those images that emerge in social media feeds. A large 2017 study surveyed US college women and found about 10% had created social media posts about weight, body image, exercise, or dieting over 1 month. In the meantime, 27.4% of people commented on their friends' posts about these topics. Researchers concluded that more time spent on Facebook leads to more frequent body and weight comparisons and more negative feelings about one's body. It also found that women who wanted to lose weight spent more time on Facebook, resulting in more irregular eating symptoms. Hence, because social media is full of people presenting themselves in their best light, it can be hard to avoid images and messages that make you feel bad about yourself. The next disadvantage I would like to bring up is sleep disruption. Sleep disruption caused by social media is well known among adolescents, and recent research is beginning to show similar effects across adult age groups. According to Pew Research Center data, the use of social media among adults has increased from 5% in 2005 to 69% in 2018, with nearly 90% of 18 to 29 years old indicating use. Using technology too close to bedtime may cause issues with sleep. How many of us will admit to taking our phone to bed and scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter before falling asleep? Sleeping with a mobile phone in our bedroom has become the norm for many people, young and old. Polls show that one of the most common pre-sleep activities is browsing social media, which occurs between going to bed and falling asleep. While it may feel relaxing to lie in bed and read the news, the reality is that this constant connectivity can have a significant negative impact on our sleep. In the hours leading up to bedtime, as natural light levels decrease in the hours leading up to sleep time, our brains begin to produce a hormone called melatonin, which causes our alertness to hormones to decline. It signals to our bodies to wind down and prepare for sleep. Checking to social media, sending emails, or looking to the news before bed can keep us awake, as nighttime use of electronics can affect sleep through the stimulating effects of light from digital screens. Blue light from cell phones, e-readers, and computers stimulates the brain, which causes this effect. The blue light emitted by mobile phones affects our melatonin levels more than any other wavelength does. It alerts our brain that it is daylight, causing melatonin production to be suppressed and sleep to become delayed. The authors of a 2014 study found that this blue light is enough to disturb the body's natural circadian rhythm. This disturbance could make it harder to fall asleep or lead a person feeling less alert the next day. How many times have you intended to check your social media account quickly before going to bed, only to find yourself falling down a rabbit hole of entertaining videos, photos, funny comments, chatting with friends, and reading news feeds? And just like that, an hour or even two have passed. According to a study published in the journal Acta Pediatrica, the same is true for younger users aged 11 to 20. 73.4% of the 5,242 study participants reported using social media for at least 1 hour every day, and 63.6% reported getting insufficient sleep. We take longer to fall asleep when we finally put down our phones. Our bedtime has been disturbed and we have lost valuable sleep time, so our overall sleep duration will be shorter. The quality of our sleep suffers and we wake up tired and unfresh. In June 2015, a survey of 3,000 Canadians by IPG Media Brains found that 1 in 4 Canadians wakes up feeling so unfresh that they call in sick to catch up on their sleep. Interruptions to sleep can be annoying, but a consistent lack of quality sleep can harm an individual's ability to function on a day-to-day basis, their quality of life, and their health. A 2019 study titled "Social Media Used to Disrupt and Delay Sleep." Regular high-quality sleep is essential for well-being, and evidence shows that sleeping problems contribute to adverse mental health effects, such as depression and memory loss. I agree with Ms. Putri QISTINA that social media is an important marketing tool for modern businesses, and it has the potential to improve customer service. It does not matter if you run a small local shop or a big national company. I believe social media is an essential piece of your business marketing strategy. To reap the benefits of this strategy, you must execute it flawlessly. For that reason, your company should have plans in place to handle customer service issues via social media, as it provides an additional, more convenient means of communicating with customers and vice versa. Besides, it also improves our brand's reputation, and if done strategically, increases your chance of going viral. According to Lindsay Petercarson, social media supervisor at Evoke Kind Customer Service and social media have merged. If your brand has social media profiles, you will undoubtedly need to provide customer service on social media. There is not a way to get around it. However, if you do not carefully manage your social media presence, it can damage your brand and drive away potential paying customers. So my question is, how confident are you that businesses that use social media are not negatively impacting your business?
Thank you, Miss Ain. In my opinion, whatever we use or do in this world has both advantages and disadvantages. Social media has a huge impact on businesses, both positive and negative. However, because we use social media as part of our marketing tools, we rarely experience negative impact on our business. It is entirely our responsibility to upload good content and to advertise our product in an appropriate manner. Because once we advertise it on social media, a large number of people will see it. Moreover, we must ensure that our content is not associated with any negative content, such as the use of an inappropriate photo or the use of a trademark that causes significant harm to the community. A small thing like that will have a huge impact on our business, because people will ban our company and no longer trust our product. Furthermore, Epstein 2013 claims that 71% of consumers who have had a positive social media service experience with a brand are likely to recommend it to others. Hence, rather than having a negative impact on businesses, social media has a lot of positive impact on them too. Anyway, I'm glad you mentioned the effect on our body image, because I sometimes have that feelings too. This type of energy can sometimes lead to depression or stress because the person feels insufficient. Sometimes people are obsessing over other people's life to the point of comparing them to their own. This is one of the bad habits we are not supposed to have. Could you please explain how we can break this bad habit? Because according to research by Clark 2020, adolescents who spend more than 3 hours per day on social media are at a higher risk for mental health problems. It also shows that 13% of children aged 12 until 17 are depressed, and 32% are anxious. Mental illness is reported by 25% of 18 to 25 years old. These are groups report are a highly level of social media usage.
Thank you for asking me the inquiry, Ms. Putri QISTINA. Regarding your question, we can break this bad habit by using social media in positive ways to avoid having a negative body image. The beginning step is examining who we are following on social media and unfollowing accounts that do not make us feel good. Instead, prioritize accounts, people, and pictures that inspire us. Afterward, follow accounts that promote body positivity and do not conform to society's beauty standards. Finding body positive accounts, information, and joining support groups can help us change our minds about society's ideal body image. Aside from that, we can use our social media to advocate for positive body talk. Shout out to media outlets, retailers, advertisers, and celebrity product endorsers who celebrate and promote natural looks, healthy body size, and diverse body shapes. We can take a stand and refuse to read, view, or listen to media or buy advertised products that do not promote a healthy and diverse body image. Hence, it is crucial having a break from social media if we feel worse after using it.
Thank you to all our panelists. Before we end our forum today, I would like to ask a question to Ms. NURIN. Ms. NURIN, as a social media analyst, how long does the average person spend on social media per day?
In 2019, the average social media user spent around 1 hour and 15 minutes per day on social media. eMarketer predict that this average will increase by 8.8% in 2020 and 2021 due to social distancing and people spending more time indoor during the pandemic. So we can expect that social media user will spend around 1 hour and 22 minutes on average using social media every day.
Thank you, Ms. NURIN. Next question to Ms. Putri Arifah. Ms. Arifah, to conclude, do you fully agree that social media is a curse to society?
I wouldn't say it's a curse. Well, sure, social media has its own pros and cons. Everything does. It is just that I hope there is more benefit rather than the damage that occurs to society, because as we can see, the cons of what social media did to society are tremendously awful, and I just wish if we could prevent the bad ones, then maybe we could live better.
Thank you again to all our honorable panelists. To conclude our forum today, when it comes to business matters, social media truly facilitates rich communication between customers and entrepreneurs at a low cost with a prominent level of interaction and sharing information in a real time. Indirectly, this can help them reach out to the customers more effectively and build online networks between both parties. At the same time, using technology too close to the bedtime may cause issues with sleep. Even the research findings from the expert show that one of the most common pre-sleep activities is browsing social media. Indirectly, this can have a significant negative impact on our sleep. Finally, we have come to the end of our forum where we have shared a lot of knowledge that we do not even know or thought of before. Well, from what all our panelists shared just now, there are a good and a bad sides to social media usage. So, it is everyone's right to choose how to deal with it. That's all from me, and thank you to everyone who participated in this forum.